Duality, my friends. Yes or no, right or left, hot or cold, is it day or night? There's two sides to everything. We're living in a dualistic world. And as far as I'm seeing it recently, I've become very aware. There's two states. You're either meditating or you're praying. You're listening or you're saying something. You're passive or you're active. So meditation, yes, a very powerful tool, is the ability to learn to just listen, to get quiet, to get still so you can receive new insight, to maybe get out of an old stagnant place. You have to sit and listen. But the ability to ask the right question, to direct the mind consciously, to actually control it. And that's where I'd like to bring balance to this subject, as, at least in my world, the whole philosophy of letting go has become a very big thing. And I totally agree with it. We have to learn to not try to control the things that we can't control, and to be comfortable with the fact that a lot of this is not in our control. In fact, most of it. But to balance that equation out, there's ways that we can develop our self-control, control over what we can control. And a lot of the teachers that I listen to, one of the main practices they put to use is writing. Because there's a magical ability, there's a magical thing that happens when you take this imaginal, spacey, kind of misty, mystical, fuzzy realm in our minds and compound it, condense it into legible logic, into some kind of a verbal formula. To put it onto paper is the first step to manifesting. You made a thought real. I'd like to take it a step back even and state that thoughts, they are our most subtle action. So developing the ability of conscious prayer, conscious thought, to consciously formulate thoughts with words, directing our minds to beneficial places, to remind us to look here, to remind us to align our posture, to breathe, to stay focused on our goals, to consciously preach internally, is a practice that I am very much enjoying these days. So not only do I take my time to meditate in the morning, but when I'm coming out of it, I use my mind to formulate sentences, complete thoughts that direct me in the path that I want to go in, to remind me of things that are most valuable, like my breath, feeling my body, being in tune and sensitive to my reality. This ability to construct thoughts, these are almost like magical formulas in the truth of it. The power of the word is an extremely powerful thing. So the ability to develop these thoughts and to find the most powerful formulas grows. And this strengthens the mind, I believe, to have to continuously complete things. I think so many of our thoughts are fractioned, they're broken, they're little blips and bleeps of words and almost complete sentences, but not complete. So by consciously having complete, cohesive thoughts, strengthens our mind. It's like a very miniature type of push-up for the brain to have a complete thought. Another thing I'd like to speak is that a mantra, when we have a verbal formula that we like, that brings us back to a state that we want to maintain consistency with, a mantra in my history can be problematic because once the words become too repetitious, I can say it and think it and it doesn't actually get me to the state that I want to be in. I don't actually listen to it anymore. So there's a certain degree of novelty, of freshness to the prayer. The prayer has to be alive. It has to be continually renewed to express the state in a fresh way, to the way that you understand it now, to bring as many different angles of perception to the same idea, to make it intriguing. So keep the prayer alive, keep that practice balanced by not just having your meditation, but having your prayer. If writing is good for you, highly recommend that. For some reason, I'm just not that good of a writer. I'm working on it, gonna work on it. But I highly value the conscious internal conversation. learning to make our thoughts conscious and complete to direct us to the most ideal state. All right, want to share that concept. Lots of love, you guys, and aloha. Peace.